Hey, this is Avery Stockwell. I'm committed to play softball at the University of Tennessee, and this is the No Playbook podcast.
All right. Thanks so much for checking out the show. It's the podcast featuring real recruiting stories. My name's Casey. Avary Stockwell on the podcast today, a fantastic softball player from Mount Juliet, Tennessee. And now she's committed officially to the Lady Vols. She's going to play at Tennessee. So she joins the show to talk about her recruiting experience, her main deciding factors as to why she decided to sign with the Vols, and she shares something that very few people know about her. This episode is sponsored by Stinnett Collision with locations in Sevier County and Maryville. So look them up if you're in need of automotive repair. Head to Avary Stockwell right after this. Sit tight.
Hi, I'm Zach Stinnett, third-generation owner of Stinnett Collision. As a proud supporter of Tennessee athletics, we know that every game counts. When a collision puts you out of play, we're here to get you back in the game. Family-owned since 1965, Stinnett Collision now has locations in Maryville and Sevierville. With double the space and a team of certified technicians, we'll tackle your repairs and get you back on the road in no time. Don't let a collision sideline you. Visit Stinnett Collision today.
Well, very good. So, yeah, thanks for joining the show. I saw that you've, recently officially committed to Tennessee. Just wanted to hear a little bit about that whole experience.
Yeah, so I've been going to Tennessee camps basically my whole career in travel ball. I think my first camp I was around 8 years old. So each time I went back, it just felt more and more like home. I built that bond with Coach Weekly, and it just the atmosphere, it's different. They have a great coaching staff. I love the athletic director, Mr. Danny. He does a great job for the athletics program. And like I said, it just felt more and more like home each time I went back.
Yeah. So I would imagine you had quite a few offers, though, right?
Yes, sir, I did.
How did you start managing those, or even when did they start coming in?
So they started coming in September 1st of my junior year, so last fall. But I think I just started managing them, just narrowing down what was on my list for priorities and stuff, and, which campus and coaches, fit best with me. So those are the ones that I went with visits on.
Yeah. So when you look at that kind of stuff, did you get to, I guess, experience any other coaches or campuses that really did sway you and make your decision more difficult?
It definitely was. The process was a little stressful at times, but again, it's a great blessing and honor to be able to do that. And I'm thankful for those coaches for giving me that opportunity. But yes, the campuses were all beautiful. Coaching staffs were great, but it was just a feeling at heart. Tennessee is it's home for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And what is that, about a 2.5 hour drive for you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I bet your folks are appreciating that. They'll be able to come watch plenty of games.
Yeah,
Good.
100%.
Good. So when you talk about it being a good fit, I like hearing, does it mean uh, a particular connection with the coaching style, or is it, playing time, or what is it exactly?
Coach Weekly, she's done a great job with this program, especially, I'm sure you've seen the last few seasons, making the run for the Women's College World Series. I mean, it's a huge honor, and she's doing a great job with bringing on these coaches, Coach Steph and Craig. It's just like how they coach, the culture that they have, the standards that they have. They're very family oriented. So that's just it just I guess mixed with how I hold myself accountable and stuff. Like my culture, it mixed perfectly with theirs.
Oh, well, that's great. That's great. Is there a former Tennessee player that was like one of your favorites?
There's been a lot in recent years. But I mean there's a handful of them. There's from each season. They're all great athletes and I look up to them and stuff. So yeah.
That's good. So I saw that you've gotten what was it, the Gatorade? Was it the National Player of the Year?
Tennessee. I got the
Yeah.
Tennessee one. Yes,
So
sir.
to get an award like that, is there like how do you go about that? Do you have to like submit some tape, or are the deciding, folks attending these travel games, or how does that go?
So I think it starts with your high school head coach submits a form with it might be stats or something. I'm not 100% sure, but you give her some answers and stuff of like accolades, student achievement, stuff like that, things that you do in your community. So it's not just all sports based, but it starts out with that. And then obviously it goes on, they do research and stuff on you, and then your stats play a part into it.
Yeah. So, what do you think is going to be next for you after softball? Do you have it like a major that you're planning on at Tennessee?
Yeah, I do. I wanted to go into entrepreneurship and corporate law, get my law degree.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
That sounds that sounds great. I've gotten to work with a lot of the folks over there at the Haslam School of Entrepreneurship, and they're great folks. So travel softball. I know from the travel softball, travel baseball side that it is really encompassing. It takes up a ton of time.
Yes.
Talk about that commitment, and because you've got to decide early on, like this is my sport. This is what I want to give it all to. Like when did you decide that?
So I started T-ball and I fell in love with the sport. And then I went into travel ball. I think I was 7 and it took off from there. I played with some girls that I grew up with. So, and then we played with other girls that we didn't know. So we made friendships and obviously, the competition, it's a lot more engaging and stuff. And then you get to play in front of coaches and you're like, oh, wow, like I want to go play in college. And then it's just a process. Falling in love with the game is and having passion for it is the first step.
Right. Yeah, and I hear that a lot from even from college coaches. They just say that one of the most important things they look for in good recruits is that passion and love for the game. So that's you're right on there.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
and speaking of coaches, I like hearing stories from athletes that have some kind of a message or lesson they learned from a coach that was super impactful for them. Have you gotten a lesson like that along the way?
Yes, I have. One of them was, just trusting the process. My high school coach, we had to bet on ourselves. So my freshman year we won state, but the year after that, people were saying that we couldn't do it again, but we made another run for it. Another one is, this game, it's gonna have its failures and how you deal with that can play a part into who you are, not only as a player, but as a person. It goes into your character and how you hold yourself accountable. And then lastly, just, not putting, this is a team sport, so not putting all the weight on your shoulders, trusting your teammates, building that trust on and off the field, and just lifting each other up.
Yeah. Well, when you get on campus, what's something that like Tennessee softball fans, what can they expect from Avery Stockwell?
I would say my leadership. I feel like I'm a very dominant player on the field. I'm a catcher, so you have to be a leader. You have to be dominant and confident in your decisions. So I would say definitely my leadership, my passion, and I guess my ability to take accountability for things.
Excellent. And a big bat, of course.
Yes, that too.
Yeah. That's the fun part, right?
Yes, sir.
Uh, what's one thing that very few people know about you?
So sometimes whenever I'm off from softball and there's nothing going on, sometimes I'll draw a little bit. Um, I like art and stuff, so I'll do that in my free time.
What do you like to draw?
It kind of depends. Sometimes landscapes, I guess. Yeah, landscapes is probably about it. Yeah, I like stuff like that, like nature. It's pretty.
Right on. Well, now a question everybody gets is for an unforgettable sports memory from you. And the way I explain it is something that when you're 80 years old, you think you'll still be able to close your eyes and picture perfectly.
So my freshman year, like I was saying, we went to state. We had an incredible season. But in the state championship, it was bottom of the seventh, and I hit the walk-off home run to win it.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's my unforgettable memory.
Is that like a real strut around the bases too? There's like a skip involved.
Oh, it was definitely skipping. I was over the moon, excited. So there was definitely skipping involved.
Yeah. What's your walk-up song? What would be the perfect one for you?
Recent years, it's been Superhero by Metro Boomin.
Okay. All right. Do you anticipate anything new, even this coming up high school season?
Like for a walk-up song,
Yeah.
or I might change it up. I might keep it. I'm not 100% sure. We're definitely gonna have to pick here soon, but I might switch it up a little bit. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, so you do have one last high school season
Yes, sir.
there, Green Hills, correct?
Yes, sir.
So, how does the team look this year? You obviously had a ton of success early on in your high school career. What about this, your 12th grade season?
This year we are practically the same team that we were last year. We just lost our center fielder and our catcher, I believe. So, and we came up short last year. We got second. So this year, there's definitely a fire under us to want to get back to state. But again, it's a process. So it takes working here in the fall, working out, getting better, each practice, taking it serious. So just one game at a time, one practice at a time to get back up there.
Yeah, and you guys are going to do it, huh?
Yes, sir.
Right on. That's perfect. Avery, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Sorry for the last minute switches around. And then it turned out my son didn't even have tennis because it got rained out.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. So we were like, oh, there's a last minute match. He's got to play today. And then it didn't even happen. So,
Yeah, no worries at all. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
sure thing. I don't do this very often, but I'm actually going to put this out tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, sounds
So,
good.
all right.
Yes,
I'll tag
sir.
you and all that good stuff. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good
Have a good
day.
one. Bye bye. Good balls.